This is INCRadio, DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.
CEK in the Silicon Valley.
SVC Tech.
Technology, entertainment, and knowledge.
Tech on.
And welcome back to another episode of INCRadio, Silicon Valley, California. My name is Brother Michael from the local congregation of San Jose, and with me are my fellow panelists and guests.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Brother Marco Gassman from the local congregation of San Jose.
My name is Brother Miguel. I'm from the local congregation of Fremont.
I'm Sister Maria Nicole Molina. Very excited for today's topic from the local San Jose.
I'm Brother Glean from the local congregation of Salinas. Also very excited about this topic today. Sister Nikki, did you get deja vu a little bit?
Yes, it feels like we're at a part 2 of something really fun and interesting.
Something about 3D something?
I think it was 3D printing,
3D
Brother Glee.
printing.
Yes, Brother Glee. And you know, with us is our very special guest that has been here last time, Brother Marco.
Yeah.
Hello.
He's been like our expert for 3D printing now.
Thank you.
He's here to say, let's learn 3D printing 101 part 2, right, Brother
Part two.
Miguel?
Yeah, I'm just here. I missed the last episode, so here I am. So catch me up. What is 3D printing?
Yeah, so if anyone hasn't seen the first episode, please watch that. But to go over a recap, 3D printing is pretty much taking filament or plastic and forming it into different shapes, different models for you to pretty much use either for like models like these or even for everyday cases. So Brother Marco, like I know we talked about 3D printing last time, but what would you say like is so, why are you so fond of 3D printing?
3D printing. So I absolutely love 3D printing because for the first time in a very long time in human history, we have a mini factory in our houses that we can use to turn our ideas into objects. So you don't need to send it to a manufacturer.
Mhm.
You can just make it right there in your room or garage in a matter of hours. So that's why I love 3D printing.
No, I mean, I really believe in that too. It's like our own little mini factory that we don't have to wait for like
Yes.
Amazon shipping. If we need it right away, we can just
No.
print it within hours. And, you know, it costs like pennies sometimes. So I really like that about 3D printing. So, I mean,
I'm sure
yeah.
there's an aspect too that feels more gratifying when you see it being made. Like we can all buy a pastry at a coffee shop, but making it in our own house,
Oh yeah,
seeing
definitely.
it being made, we learn a little bit more and more in depth. Do you
Mhm.
feel from the two of you when you 3D print some gratifying aspects, bringing that XY axis 2D design to the three-dimensional
Okay, Sister
space?
Nikki. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
But this is SBC Tech Talk, so it's good to be technical
Exactly.
about this. And something like what Sister Nikki said is that there's something really gratifying about seeing it made from scratch. It almost gives you a sense of gratification of what you actually own too. So when you start to like go to your room and see all the things, it makes you more grateful because you see the process of how it's made. If you agree with me, Brother Marco.
That's right, Brother Michael. It's like, because from the very start, it starts from software, and then you send the information to your printer, and then you actually see it come to life. So you're basically watching a plant grow, but like at extreme speed.
Oh,
So
I'm
you're
all
seeing
about
it.
the plants.
Yes. You're seeing it from nothing, and then it starts growing and growing and growing. I love watching it as it functions, actually,
Yes.
even though it takes such a long time.
You know, Brother Marco, Brother Michael, I really love the figurines and all the things on the table, especially when Sister Nikki said about the bakery. There's actually, if you can hold up,
Oh,
Brother
yeah.
Michael, what is that?
It's a pie.
It's a pie. And then
But
if
when you
can
turn
zoom in-
sideways, it says like 3.14.
3.14.
So that's a math joke if you don't get it.
What is
Yes.
3.14? Oh, I don't know.
Pie, the dessert.
It's the numeral figures for pi.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Did you guys have to memorize that in school?
Yes.
Like 10 digits or more?
There's definitely a song for it.
Oh, yeah.
There's a song for it.
Can we get a sample?
Anyways.
Oh.
What is, Brother Michael, Brother Marco, you know, walk us through what's on the table and walk us through
Yeah.
what a 3D printer is.
Brother Marco, since this is your personal printer, would you like to actually walk us through like different parts?
Yeah,
and, like,
sure, absolutely. So this right here is actually a very small version of the standard 3D printers. So This one is, I actually forgot the name of this 3D
I think
printer.
it's called the A1 Mini.
A1 Mini, there you go.
Yes,
Thank you,
A1
Brother
Mini.
Michael. Is this your
Is yours,
3D
Brother
printer?
No, I just done a lot
you
of
own one
research.
before?
No, I just did a lot of research on it. So I was like, oh dang, I recognize that.
Oh,
Because yeah,
man.
it's one of the best 3D printers you can get as an entry level.
Yes, there's many of them out there. And as you can see, this 3D printer, it has this plate right here, which like I said, this is actually pretty small for, in comparison to the standard 3D printers. The bigger,
We learned that last.
yes, I
video.
believe you
remember-
asked me about that.
Yeah,
Brother
I
Dwayne.
learned that. I just wanted to share that.
Yeah.
Sorry. Continue.
The bed that you do not sleep on.
Oh,
You do not.
thank you.
I bet I could sleep on that.
Yes, it does get up to, I'd say probably 1.5%, 1.5x bigger than this one. So you can print stuff. Your only constraint is the size of this bed.
I see.
Yes.
See.
Right
and your
here.
imagination.
Yes.
So I'm curious. All of these figurines, they look like they're multicolors, and there's a lot of like. There's even some that are also moving parts into it.
Yes.
How do you do that? How do you make a design and from the software, like you said, all the way to the physical object? How does that work?
I think Brother Michael can get into the software part since he has
Yeah.
more experience in that one.
Yeah, so the software pretty much, as I mentioned last episode, it pretty much slices the whole entire model. So say we have like this model right here. And so what happens is the software will take this model and it'll start making horizontal cuts along the figure. And so what happens is the nozzle or the tool head will actually come down and print it horizontally one by one. And as what Sister Nikki has mentioned, it is using XY coordinates. And so from there, it's able to pretty much like map out where to put filament and where to go. Kind of like Google Maps. When
Oh.
you give it directions, it gives you certain route. Same thing with this 3D printer. If you upload certain coordinates to it, it'll go to that specific area.
It'll
and
say
then
turn left on
Yeah.
the leg,
Yes.
right on the toe.
And something really cool is Brother Marco is that he has actually an extension. This is called an AMS. It stands for Advanced Material System.
Yes.
And you can print up to 4 different colors. And Brother Marco, it seems like there's only 3 on here.
That's right, Brother Michael, because I wanted to show everyone what goes on the AMS light. So this is what Brother Michael was talking about in the last episode. This is called a filament. And I believe, Brother Michael, this one is called PLA.
Yes,
That's
PLA.
polyacetic acid. But this is plastic, pretty much. Just think of it as plastic, but this is biodegradable.
Okay.
As long as you don't create fumes in your house, as long as you have an open window, you can safely use these kinds. But I believe they come in different kinds as well.
Yes, I mean, you have the gold one right there. Is that real gold, Brother Marco?
Yes, for Silicon
Really?
Valley.
I'll take this home with me.
You're right, but there's different ones. There's ones that has like carbon fiber. There's one even that has wood that you can actually print it out in wood and actually acts like a real wooden
Oh, I
object.
didn't know they-
So
That's
there's
right.
different materials that you can actually get into. There's one called ABS that can actually act like a rubber. So you can actually, it's very squishable. You can like squish it.
Oh, yes.
So this one is like, yeah, what Brother Marcus said.
It's the
basic-
basics.
Yeah, the basics one. And it ranges for prices, but this is like the most basic and the most popular is PLA.
So how does the plastic come out of the nozzle? The
Oh,
waves?
Brother Marco.
Ooh, sure. So as you can see over here, I don't know if the camera can zoom in that much, but as you can see here where my fingers are, this is called the extruder. And the extruder is the machine, the component that heats up the filaments. So as you can see, the filaments right here, let's look at this
Yeah.
purple one. It's actually, like I said, they're actually in strings. So you can think of it as plastic strings right here,
Oh, okay.
right here. And then you plug this into the AMS light, and then what happens is the machine pulls the strings and through these tubes and into the extruder over here. The extruder heats up the plastic to the point where the plastic
It's
becomes
malleable.
yes, it's malleable. It's actually like toothpaste, like coming out of a tube, exactly just like that. Just on a more micro scale over here down the nozzle, as you can see, it says caution hot, and that would that's where the main
Base is at, and then it just grows.
yes, exactly, just like that. It goes down, as you can see, it's not plugged in right now, but it goes down here, and then it starts
Moving in
printing
the
by
X-
layers,
yes,
like
yes.
what Brother Michael said, horizontally.
Ah, I see.
Yes.
I'm curious. I love. Like, I've seen so many videos on 3D printing, and it's just honestly, it's really gratifying just watching it. So I understand like the reason why a lot of people like you guys like to do 3D printing. I'm curious, when you guys do this 3D printing, how come there's like these things on the sides called, is it like supports? It looks kind of weird.
Supports, yes.
What are those called? Like, why is that possible?
Oh yeah, I can answer that. So as you can see, there's these models right here, right?
Yeah.
And as we said, it prints it horizontally. So the point of support is if there's anything like there's a gap between the bed and the actual model, it pretty much needs support to pretty much allow the printer to print on that, and then from there you can remove it from the model, so that way it comes off as one clean piece. Because I'm not sure about you, Brother Marco, but there was a huge learning curve for me that I had so many failed prints.
Yes, I believe you use the older, the vintage printers.
Yeah, I
believe, right,
used the
Brother
very
Michael?
the very first ones that came out, and to be honest with you, that has been like a very humbling experience for me, because at the same time it allowed me to make so many mistakes, and I think that's one thing about 3D printing is that you will make a lot of mistakes, and that's one of the hard things that come along with 3D printing.
Yes.
I see.
The more you guys kind of talk about it, it sounds like this is an art. This is like a lot of skills you have to apply. And
Oh,
learn.
yes.
Can you guys kind of go over some of the maybe trial and errors, or maybe the skill curves that you have like yet to learn
Yeah, that's a
about
good
3D
question.
printing?
Sure. I can answer that. So on my part, I don't know how it went for Brother Michael, since he, like I said, he used one of the first model 3D printers. Mine's more, how do you say, it's more streamlined in that you can easily control it with ready-to-use software. So what I did was when I bought my 3D printer, I started with printing small items. That can be a small boat, like a benchy, like we talked about in the last episode.
Yes.
So check that out.
Wait, Brother Michael gave me a boat last time.
Yeah, benchies.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, yes. It starts with like stuff at that small,
That small
size.
scale, yeah.
Yes, and then eventually you get more curious as to what you can make. Eventually you start getting to medium stuff, stuff that's like 10 inches long, just like this one over here.
Whoa.
Over here,
wow.
yes. This is
What character is that, by the way?
this is from a popular cartoon,
Oh,
which I
okay.
forgot the name of.
Oh, if,
And
if
then-
anyone from the chat knows what that is, maybe you might get this. Oh, what?
Right here, yes.
Wow,
It can
that's
get
so
up too
cool.
big, but as you can see here, it did not just print all at once.
Oh.
This can be
Whoa.
separated.
I see.
All of this was printed separately into different parts. And I think what I forgot to mention earlier was that you can only really print parts. If you're making something big, you have to print it in parts.
Okay.
You can't print something that's like 1 feet tall. Although there are printers that do that, but like I said, as to my printer, this is pretty. You can only print like small stuff.
So for those types of like products or those types of like figures, you have to print in phases, I'm assuming.
Yes,
I
yes,
see, I
different
see.
sessions.
I see. So I'm curious, I actually joined in one of the meetings that you guys were talking about with learning the software. Can you walk us through like what do you do with learning the software? I know that I feel like that's a foundation that most people would have to learn when learning how to do 3D printing. Walk us through like that.
Yes, you are correct that there are people out there that create models from scratch and they use like different software to make 3D models. But you can actually use like very available ones. Like Brother Mark, I don't know about you, but sometimes I'm kind of lazy to, make my own model. I just go online and download
Same.
a free one.
Oh,
Yeah. So, but yes, there is different, and that's part of the learning curve and part of
Yeah.
the trial and error that you guys were talking about before. Is that learning how to learn your machine is the hardest thing. Like learning the capabilities and
okay.
learning the limits of your machine. As Brother Marco said, that we can't print like 2 to 3 feet tall. We have to break into chunks, and from there, that's where your imagination gets pushed to its limits to actually start to have something in your head and make it physical. That's one of the struggles of 3D printing is getting into that mindset of knowing that this is still a machine and it's still very limited. So understanding like the capabilities of it is very important. And to be honest, I made a lot of mistakes. There's times where I forgot to, insert a filament and it would just print, and 3 hours later I come back, nothing was there because I didn't insert a filament.
yeah.
Or there are times where the print itself would just fail because certain conditions like heat and the different kind of filament you're using. So there's just a lot of aspects that come into it. But that's also part of the fun, right? But
Yes.
Marco, is that learning like what you can do and what you can't do and finding ways around those different kinds of prints.
Exactly. Super glue will be your best friend
Yes.
when it comes to 3D printing. Super glue.
Ah, I see, I see. So I'm curious, what was, out of on this table, what was the hardest project that you printed, Brother Marco?
So the hardest project I had to print was a chair, and I think I printed a chair actually.
The one on Brother Michael is using, or no?
Well, that one's made of wood, but there are 3D printers that use wood. I have printed a chair, as I've talked about before. I printed the legs first,
Okay.
and then I printed the main plane where that goes on the legs, and then of course you can't have a
Well,
chair
more
without
support, yeah.
the support over here.
Yes.
So I printed that out, and as I've said, it broke the moment I sat on it. Yeah, so that was probably the biggest thing
I see.
that I'm most proud of.
Oh.
I'm just glad that I was able to make something that looks like a chair, even though it did not function like one. Yes.
Looks over functionality, yes. But I think Brother Michael said that there is even carbon fiber,
Yes.
right, from it. So I feel like if you're printing a chair, it has to be something stronger material, I'm assuming?
Yes,
Or depending on the use case, right?
I've learned that.
Yeah. So don't print it with like plastic, print it with carbon fiber. Maybe it'll work.
Yes, worth a try. Worth a try.
Yes, I agree.
There's actually, what's funny is that, since you went there, Brother Miguel, there's actually many things that you can use to make 3D prints. From what I've learned before, they're actually making houses right now
Oh yeah.
with 3D printers. But these 3D printers are the size of trucks and like actual construction machines instead of plastic though. Like this one in Africa or Kenya, Africa, they're using locally available resources like wood, and then they mix it with other liquid material to make it malleable, and then they use that to make houses. And these houses end up being stronger than what the residents of that area actually use.
Oh, that's
So,
interesting. Yeah. I think I saw a video of that. It looks like it's like a bigger version of this, but like with a truck. And then there's
Yes.
something like that's hanging down and it just prints out like that.
Layers, yes,
Layers,
yes,
layer on
yes.
layer. I remember the chat last episode when I was on the comments. There's a lot of people saying, "Can a 3D printer 3D print another 3D printer?" And it actually has.
Right
3D
here.
printer, if the camera can see. Do you think that can work, Brother Marco? Does that work? Is that functional, or is
Let's
that
see.
just for looks?
You need to 3D print circuits, Brother Miguel, for this one.
I think Sister Nikki can help you out with that.
Oh yeah, we got an electrical
Sister
engineer here.
Yes, Sister Nikki, we could probably collab on something like that.
Collab
Start a
on
company,
that.
yes.
Man, so you heard it here, folks. Brother Marco prints houses now, so like it said.
I gotta print a chair first.
He printed a chair, it doesn't work, but of course, maybe Brother Marco, if you maybe how many parts would it take to print a house?
Oh man, a lot. Probably a lot of wet cement. You're
Yeah.
still that's the good thing. You're still using the same materials,
Uh-huh.
except you're using the machine to do it for you instead of using manual labor.
I see. That
Yes.
is really amazing. So just for example, for a regular chair, how long did it take in terms of like hours wise? Did you spend on that project? When it comes to actually heating up the material and the software, like what is the grand total? What would someone? How long would it take usually?
So let's see. When I printed that chair, I think Brother Michael, you know this. It doesn't. Once you create it in the software and then transfer the information to the printer, and then you press print. It doesn't just start printing the material right away. It needs to warm up, right, Brother Michael?
Yes.
It needs to self-calibrate.
Yes. Because yeah, whenever you do a printer, it does have a lot of background stuff, and I think that's one of the good things about this printer is that it takes you don't really see that as much. But yes, it takes time to heat up the bed, heat up the nozzle, to heat up the plastic, and also self-calibration, like we said, Brother Marco.
Yes.
So that way, make sure that it's an even surface that's printing on to make sure that there's nothing goes wrong in many different kinds of prints I've had. I had an uneven bed, and so that's what caused it to fail sometimes.
Yep, that's
so,
a common problem.
yeah, it's a very common problem.
Many times that Brother Michael is scraping off the material that didn't go well on the bed, and then also when it comes out, he still has to sandpaper it.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
that's the less fun part about 3D printing.
Yeah.
There's it takes a while to warm up.
Yeah.
That usually takes about like 10 minutes,
Okay.
and before it actually starts printing. When I printed the legs of the chair,
Yeah.
one leg would take up to probably 4 hours.
Wow.
And that's just one leg.
Just one leg.
Yes.
Usually
and
there's 4 in the chair, right?
usually, yes. The cheaper ones have 3.
Oh, okay. So I think we have a video that is going to be posted by I think Brother Marco, is it your video or is it Brother Michael's video?
I believe that's Brother Michael's video.
Okay. Yeah, and then I think Brother Michael, do you want to talk about the video before we show it?
Software, it pretty much, you can see the way it does the layers one by one. And I think that planner was around like 500 layers, and that took around like 7 to 8 hours to print. Yeah. So that's one of the bad things about 3D printing, as I mentioned before, is the time it takes. And you can actually see at the different video that's going to be shown is that you can see how long remember, Brother Glean, the keychain I printed for you? That long SVC one?
Yeah, it's in my room.
Yeah. I think that one took around like 6 hours to print. But good thing is it only costs like $4.
But I will treasure it for a lifetime.
Dang. Thank you. Thank you, Brother Glean. Really appreciate that.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, Brother Marco. We really appreciate the time. If you could say thank you so much, Marco, on the chat. We'll make sure that you read it soon. And then I think from what Brother Michael was able to talk about, there's actually a visual that we're gonna post up in just a little bit.
It's actually the keychain that I printed for you.
Oh, okay.
You see it?
Yeah.
All right, let's see that visual right now.
So, as you can see here, this is the slicing software from Bamboo Lab Studio. And so I have an example of a plant pot here. And so when I print slice plate, it generates this whole entire 3D model of the plant pot. And you can see over here the different layers. So if I just drag this down, as you can see that each layer is being generated one by one. And this is a total of 723 different layers that the printer is going to print. And as you can see here, this is how much it'll cost me for the filament and also the total time. So as you can see here that even though it doesn't cost me much, the time is what makes a huge difference. And this will allow me to see how long it'll take to print and also how many different layers and filament I'll be using.
All right, that was super cool. Thank you so much, Brother Michael, for showing that software video. I really like that. I think I learned a lot. And of course, for those watching at home, if you ever have any questions, and if you really want to get into 3D printing, my brother Michael is here to show us any tutorial, anything. I feel like he's the expert, him and Brother Marco. So I really had a really fun time, Brother Michael, and of course our other panelists,
Yes.
Brother Lee and Sister Nikki. Just curious, anything else you want to say before we wrap up this episode?
Pretty much the same message I said last time is like if you want to get into 3D printing, there's many ways you can do it, even without a 3D printer. So, just if you have any questions, just message me or like Brother Marco, like Brother Miguel said. So yeah, just let me know, and yeah, just go out there, start printing, and have fun with it.
All right, so it's all about just starting, huh?
Yes, just starting.
Just trial and error. That's part of the game. That's part of the process. And even though it doesn't work out the first time, eventually it's a process, and that process is all about the fun.
Yes.
And I'm assuming. Yes. So thank you so much, Brother Michael, and then we'll have Brother Glean take it away.
Before we start wrapping up, any final shout-outs from everyone real quick?
Yes, I just wanted to give a shout out to anyone who's learning a new skill. I feel like my whole life is about a collection of hobbies and passions, and whether that's plants or circuits or learning about 3D printing or woodworking or trying to do better at creating an ARF for our own CFO activities. There's always a curve, and it's exciting. It's entertaining to always learn more. And just to everyone in the group chat, if there are more things you want to see from brethren to share and showcase their own skills and abilities, please let us know in the live chat. We really want to highlight all these things that are just from individuals in our district.
Yes. I completely agree with you, Sister Nikki. There's so many talented brethren in Silicon Valley. I think a lot of brethren comes from so many different spaces like technology, medical. There's even on the creative end, and like you said, there's so many talented brethren. So we just want to double emphasize.
Yeah.
If there's anything that you all want to hear or talk about, we love to learn. Just drop it in the chat or message us. We love to feature some of the topics that you're really passionate about, and hopefully for 2026 we'll be able to see that, and hopefully we'll have an episode with you guys.
Last but not least, Brother Michael.
No, I think you guys have pretty much said it. It's like, yes, all the brethren out there that continues to support us and watch these videos, and also pretty much, yeah, if you are interested in getting into new skill, new talent, just do so and have fun with it. So.
All right.
For sure. Last but not least, ways to tune in and keep up with church media. YouTube at INCRadio DZEM, 954. Please share the link and subscribe. Our social medias, Iglesia Ni Cristo News and Updates on Facebook. Our Instagram at INC News and Updates. We'd also like to thank our church administration, our executive minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, our deputy executive minister, Brother Angelo Manalo, as well as our Silicon Valley, California district leadership, our district supervising minister, Kanoel S. Gasmin, our assistant supervising minister, Ka Jason Duralas, as well as our CFO overseer, Ka Mark Anthony Manuel, and our multimedia advisor, Ka Francis Valencia. We'd also like to thank from INCRadio, our Kuya Tech, Brother Manley, Brother Wally, our station manager. We know how to do this, guys. Come on. All right. Thank you for watching another episode of
INCRadio, Silicon Valley, California.
All right. Woo.
Please tune in to the Alaska broadcast after this.
Let's print something, Brother Leon.
SVC Tech, SVC Tech,
TEK in the Silicon Valley.
Cali SVC Tech, SVC Tech,
Technology, entertainment, and knowledge.
Tech Off.